All right, off the clock. So I'm super excited right now to talk to you about college football. I am not a college football fan. I don't know a lot about it. I have not spent a lot of time watching any sports. Like, I've never been the kind of person to watch sports.
So why?
I got other stuff.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, but you
And
don't
when
ever
I
catch the highlights or anything like that?
Nope. And when I chill watching TV shows or reading manga. Like, that's it.
Okay.
Like, that's my chill. YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
Like, those three things, that's it. And
So
that's right
on the
now.
YouTube Shorts, you don't see any, like, I guess your algorithm is catered to what you
I just started.
watch.
Yeah, but I just started, though, for this podcast. I'm like, I can't just be,
Right. And then you're gonna slowly start getting the little short of whatever clips from the games, whatever crazy. I mean, for sports wise, like everything, like from baseball to like hockey, like everything. Like,
yeah, dude,
I
really?
just scroll. Yeah, dude, it's kind of
cool.
crazy.
Okay.
But no, college football definitely is my favorite, only because it's like a real, like, I mean, all sports are real, but like the atmosphere is more real. Feels more real.
Is it like grittier? I feel like there's something about
like
college
there's
football
a meaning for what they're doing, bro.
Like, they're young kids. Money's certainly involved, but it's not the main focus.
It's not the main focus.
Like, because, the NFL is a business.
Right, at the end of the day.
Exactly. But college football, it's not. Like, this is a hobby to the start of their, or not start, but you know what I mean? Like, a point in their career.
Right.
But other than that, that's just personal gain and goal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they're not getting the paychecks. Or at least, we talked about that too. They are getting a paycheck now.
Yeah, they're getting a nice little paycheck. However, low key now is starting to turn into a business because it has now even the playing field. You got a 5-star recruit that's going to commit to this school, but has interest in this school, and like now that money's involved, like you miss out on 5-star, you can go get another one. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
You don't want to go to a school where you have 3 people above you going into your freshman year, three people ahead of you to get playing time. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah, but I mean, like, and think like a decade back or like 5 decades back. Like, think of what the college was like. One is there was no social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, other than TV. But that even wasn't that long ago. Like, how long has college sports been on TV? It was like regional, you know what I mean? Like, if you go like 70 years back and more, like, it was regional pride. Right. And so kids went to their local schools. Or they would go because the school was good. Like, if you're known for football, so it was always the drive. You know what I mean? I think that's cool. And I do think that might be moving away.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah, NIL has changed the game completely. Like, so my favorite college football team is Penn State.
Penn State?
Penn State, we are.
I don't know shit about Penn State.
We are. Actually, fun fact, Penn State has the most CEOs, like alumni CEOs.
Oh, that's cool.
In the country.
Like, of any team in general, or like any sports
college
teams? Oh, of any college. Yeah. That's cool.
In the country. I think it's like,
I wonder if they have a good entrepreneurship course there. That's awesome.
They have, yeah, for sure. The alumni is crazy. Like, the amount of people is crazy. Yeah, we're all in on Penn State, dog. Yeah. We're giving money, bro. We're all in.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, bro. We're all in. We're trying to we're gonna build. We're gonna build a dynasty over here. They just now spent, I think it was like $700 million to renovate their stadium, which is going to be complete in 2027. So that's really exciting. So that's going to draw more people and recruits in.
Yeah, hell yeah. So walk me through, what's your history through, like, I'll just say committing to Penn State. Like, where did that come from for you? Yeah.
Penn State being my favorite team. I didn't have a college football team. This was back. I mean, like, I loved college football. So I knew and played against some of the players that went to Penn State. Mm-hmm. So, like, that just became my team. Like, I'm rooting for.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So it was literally your local place.
Right. And it's so, like, a few of the players I played against in high school, And I was like, shoot, well, I mean, they're going to Penn State. Let me check Penn State out. Penn State just became my favorite.
Did you go to Penn State?
I wanted to go to Penn. No, I didn't. I wanted to go to Penn State. This was like before. Like, these are like the people I played against were like years before me. And then I went to Penn State for like a camp, and I just fell in love. The coach was mad cool. Coach Franklin was mad cool. All Coach Smith's mad cool. Like, all the coaches were really cool. So I just love Happy Valley.
Nice, man. That's a cool deep dive, though. Like, you got to go out there for a camp,
football camp.
That's awesome, man.
I got to talk to. It was a whole bunch of college coaches there. I got to talk to a lot of them. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. But shit, where were we at?
I mean, this is it, bro. And then
no, I'm saying like you asked me a question. I was gonna tell. It was before this one. Because I had an answer for that, but I forgot. Anyways, but yeah, college football, great. You got to go to a game, Manny. It's different, like than a professional game. I think it's more. I wouldn't say real. It's not more like people are gonna say scripted is not real, but like it doesn't seem scripted at all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you got the band playing, like you feel like you're like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're into it.
That's one thing is I did high school football. Like I watched a lot on the band. Yeah. Like I was a band nerd and I enjoyed watching the games, but that was the extent. Like it went to high school level. I didn't end up watching in college.
Like college is just like, I wouldn't say it's like high school, but kinda. It's like that same, your school, you know, your pride.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing. Like it's definitely different. I like college football. I like the NFL. I do love the NFL, but I like college football more as far as like as a fan. You know what I'm saying? Like an analyst, I would love the NFL.
Yeah. I want you to list out top 5 sports in the world, in your opinion. Like, what are the top 5?
In order?
Yeah.
All right. So, number 1, soccer.
Ooh.
Soccer, for sure. Then I'll go American football.
Okay.
Then I'll go basketball. And then I'll go hockey. And then baseball.
Yeah. Nice.
But I'm sure baseball would probably, in the world standings, baseball would probably be second or third. American football is only, like, it's only here. So, like, I mean, it's in other countries. They have, like, leagues and stuff, but it's not as big as it is here in America. So, that could be probably third or fourth, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. But baseball, definitely, for sure. It's probably one of the world sports. They, you know, in the Asian culture, they love baseball.
Yeah.
Baseball's cool.
Hell yeah. What were your favorite sports to play?
My favorite sport to play would have to be basketball. I like playing basketball. That's my favorite sport to play. Yeah. Not my favorite sport, it's football.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
To play basketball, football it's second, but it's not as fun as basketball because like basketball is almost like you're your own individual, but in a team.
Yeah.
Football is like we're a team. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Everyone has an assignment. You better do your assignment, or like things don't usually work out the way you want. You don't get the results at the end of the game. So yeah, it's just a little extra added pressure. You know what I'm saying? To rely on somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that.
Basketball is like, all right, bro. Just pass me the rock. I'm gonna go drop 50.
Hell yeah.
So you just put that pressure on yourself. You put the team in your back. You can put your team in your back in basketball, but that's you shouldn't do that. It's selfish. So kids don't do that.
We talked a little about football.
Yeah.
And we've talked about college. Now we talked about high school. We talked about professional NFL style.
Yeah.
What do you think about arena football?
Arena football seems pretty cool. I haven't like kept up with it in like a lot of years. So is there still a league?
I think so. Isn't the XFL?
No, that's okay. So that's the XFL is just another pro league. It's another NFL pro league.
Yeah,
that other players that didn't get an opportunity to play in the NFL, they get to go on the team and play.
So you think it's a hand-me-down? Like you think
I think
don't make it to NFL go to XFL?
Well, most of them do. They go to the XFL or the Canadian Football League. So like they're still playing football and making money. So I mean, I can't hate on that. But there's only 53 spots on the NFL roster. So like they're only gonna take maybe 4 receivers and have like 2 extra receivers on the practice squad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you ain't one of the best 4, that's all right. Or if you didn't fit their style of play or their offense, like that's okay. There's other opportunities. So I mean, they're still going with the dream. So I wouldn't say it's a hand-me-down, but I actually have Battlehawk season tickets. So they're XFL in St. Louis.
Yeah.
So I like going to the games. It's fun. It reminds me of like a college atmosphere.
I would say like
that's the party.
Yeah, like it is fun. Like it's it's a party.
Yeah, it's a party, dude.
That's cool. I think that's kind of what they're trying to make themselves as well. Like super small, tight, smaller field. Like it's supposed to be fast.
Yeah.
Right? Like I don't know
about it. In the arena, yeah. XFL
like
still played on a normal size field.
Oh, is it?
With 11 players. I think arena only has 8 on the field? I think we would have to do some research. I don't remember, but we can always come back and talk about that. But I think they have 8 players on the field at one time. So yeah, it's a little different. It's nice and close. And I don't know. I don't know if there's one around here, but I would love to go to an arena football game just to see how it's like. One of my coaches used to play arena football back in the day.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he won several championships, and I think one of my former teammates also played maybe a year or 2 back. So I could always ask him about that too as well.
If I wanted to play right now, where would I go? Around the St. Louis area.
So if you wanted to play, you would have to try out for a semi-pro team.
Really? It's it goes straight to semi-pro level, bro. I suck.
Yeah,
I'm not. I just meant
well, you can't call it pee-wee because you're not kids. You know what I'm saying?
There's no
so it's a semi-pro.
Or
you call it adult league. I mean, you can call it adult league, but it's semi-pro pretty much. You play football and you wanted to continue on, but it ain't professional.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I feel like that's tough. The barrier to entry for football is a little bit harder than I think other sports. I can go to the rec
for sure,
in my area, and there will be a game of pick up basketball, and I'll get my ass kicked by a lot of young guys.
Right.
But I don't care, you know?
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, pick up. I love pickup basketball. The basketball is one of those games that can happen at anywhere, anytime.
Dude.
Football is one of those ones that it can't happen. You have to plan it out.
You need to exactly. Dude.
You got to plan it out. Basketball,
it's
you
the
be
Batman.
Pull up to the court. Right.
The Batman of sports.
No, for sure. Oh, in high school, what position did you play?
In high school, I was O-line. It was for 1 season. I mainly did wrestling throughout high school.
Yeah,
I did 3 years of wrestling. And terrible.
Wow, that's crazy, man. And you know what? You know why Penn State should be your college?
Why?
We have the best wrestling program in NCAA.
Oh, that's
pretty sure
cool.
We won a lot of national championships. We won last year. I think the year before that, national championships in wrestling.
Nice.
You got yo, that's gonna be our mission.
That's cool.
All right, guys.
Penn
so
State guys, huh?
one of our missions is we're gonna next wrestling season, we're gonna go to a wrestling match in State College, so Manny can see the atmosphere of what kind of wrestling that be going on there. That shit is lit.
I'm down. I'm super down.
Lights, everything, light show, everything. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And all the fans get into it.
When I did wrestling, I didn't take it seriously enough. So I didn't really commit.
I feel like you would have been really good if you actually committed to it.
Maybe.
Bro, you got to build, dog.
I'm going to work. My next step is jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
So that's the next. Next year, I'm hoping that I can weevil in enough free time to be able to commit to doing that. But I want to do BJJ and I want to do Muay Thai.
Yeah,
there's 2 areas in my area.
You said you want to get back into fighting.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about UFC and stuff like that?
I think that if I commit the time and I enjoy it and I want to move forward with that in mind, that'd be cool.
Don't get knocked out.
Oh no, I'm sure I will. No, for sure. Like I'm sure that I'm not gonna win every fight, you know.
Yeah, you are. You're a winner.
But at the same time, like I might kill a few motherfuckers too.
I mean, I feel that for sure.
Like
that's crazy.
Man,
but fighting, I'm not. I like boxing a lot, but I don't do like MMA. I think that's so dumb. I think like kicking and like all that just to hurt yourself or kill somebody. I know it's entertainment, and I get it. It is entertaining, but like, why?
Oh, I get it. So you don't view it as a self-defense.
No.
Like you think that like you're good, you against multiple people in a back alley, all you got are your hands and no skills with anything else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you throwing like a fight, I feel like should be fighting, not like
yeah, but it's not though, right? Like let's be honest, like it's not. Like real world, that's not the case. Like if you're at a bar, like you know, normal scenarios, like
I feel like if you start adding feet, bruh, and like stuff like that, like you're extra. Like you can't do with your hands. You're doing too much.
So funny.
So extra. Roundhouse kicks and all kinds of
my man, bro.
shit.
You need to watch Roadhouse, big dog. Just watch Roadhouse, and you'll be like, hell yeah.
Some ninja shit. I don't know, dog.
That is hilarious, bro. I did Kempo karate when I was young. I did it for 6 years or 7 years, and then I actually got my black belt. Like I really committed, went the whole route. I actually talked to some guys from back then, not that long ago. One of my best buddies, and he brought up the idea to get like the gang back together because we all, when you go to like a martial arts, it's very similar to anywhere else. It's like one building where you're learning one thing, you know, and then you just do that one thing. So for a school, it could be like sports, or it could be martial arts, or it could be video games. Like that's the fun thing, is that everyone's got their own kind of crowd. Yeah. But it was just cool to reconnect and bring up the idea of maybe meeting back up. But yeah, man, that's what the community is all about. I think it's hilarious. It's a very, very funny viewpoint.
What?
I think that you're wrong about the kicking thing. Bro, I think you're wrong.
Kicking, doing all that, I don't know.
I mean, like,
climbing boxing up walls and shit. Boxing is fucking skill.
Like, I definitely
you gotta have them hands. You don't have them hands, you get knocked out. You don't know how to play defense.
For sure. I also think it's very limiting. Like, sure,
so how extreme do we need to get when we fight?
That's saying how extreme do you want to get to protect yourself? Like, you should be going all the way. It's your own self-discipline, right?
Until you
like,
kill someone?
If you have to, yeah. Bro, I could kill someone today and then come home and take care of my daughters. Like, nah, dude, like the level of savagery up here, no. Like, of course, bro, because think about it. What if it's you and someone else and you're, like, that's it? Who are you going to rely on? Like, no one's coming to save you.
I mean, fair enough. I thought, okay.
Like, you got the police, you got all this other stuff out here. Like, if I was to call someone in my house right now, how long would it take for the police to get here?
If I had like 15 minutes.
That's more than enough time for someone who's at the door for me to finally notice them and call the cops. That's it. You got no one but you, right?
Right.
So, I mean, sure, dude. If you think that everyone else is gonna play by your same rules,
hell no. That's why you got the pew pew. the pew pew does all.
It said the pew pew is correct.
Does all the fighting for you.
That is hilarious. I mean, and that is true as well. Like that is a big thing.
I don't got a kick.
But then, do you go out in the day to day and do you carry?
No, but I used to.
So then you ain't gonna have a bang bang anyways, except for at home. So you still would have to rely on yourself.
I mean, fair enough.
Like at the end of the day, it's do you got you, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
And like if you don't know the ground game, someone is gonna choke you out easily, bro. Like the thing is that it sounds real weird.
No,
unless you've been manhandled by a guy before, it is crazy what some people are able to do because they've practiced.
For sure. No, I understand, but I did Taekwondo, so like I kind of have a little, you know what I'm saying? I know.
So you did it, and now you find your time doing it embarrassing.
No, it was great.
Well, then why are you shitting on kicking? What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, like kicking. UFC, like UFC wise.
You think? Oh, that's interesting. So you think that guys...
Like, they should be able to wrestle without kicking and punching. Like, actual, like...
Oh, that's like Muay Thai. Well, no, Muay Thai kicks. I'm trying to think of what are you talking about? So
what's
wrong with kicking?
All the martial arts kick, correct. I know that. I'm just saying UFC without like somebody, the one dude, Jones, when somebody kicked his leg and he broke his leg.
Oh, like, yeah. Okay, so are you talking about?
Yeah, so like that kind of kicking, like.
I mean, look, what I'm going to say is this. That is a terrible kick. Like, it's really bad. Aiming for the knees is really bad. I have not great knees. So I get it. At the same time, it's a skill fight.
I mean, yes.
And you know what's at risk.
1,000%.
Like, I'm not going to limit you to what tools you've got to win, right? Like, it's a whole fucking 12-6 elbow thing. Why? What, like, this right here is too strong of a move? No, like, let them go out there. They're fighting to see who's a stronger person. Like, at the end of the day, they're the gladiators of our era.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's all the gladiators did.
Yeah.
Is they went against each other. And then tons of other cultures went through, and you had Greco-Roman wrestling. Like, you had all these different forms of martial arts, and it's through wrestling. It's through practice. And it's through beating the shit out of each other. Like, that's just what it is.
It's crazy, dude. But yeah, I just Taekwondo. So like, I know a little something. I was saying, I'll go through my little forms real quick on their ass.
Yeah, nice. What was your martial arts? What was the schooling like? Did it feel like a McDojo to you? Like,
what the fuck is a McDojo?
So in like the martial arts community, a McDojo is basically a karate school that they have a very clear belt structure. And then as soon as you give, like, it's basically time-based instead of skill-based to get to the next level. Like, at the end of the day, that's what it is. Like, you pay, and because you pay, you get your kid in there, and then the kid's been here for a year, then they get a belt. And, you know, they've been here for the next year, and they get, like, the next belt, and so on and so forth.
No, mine was...
And then you lose the skill portion of it.
No, mine was skill, because you had to pass the forms, and then there's, like, requirements.
Cool. Yeah. That's how it was for mine, too. And then, did you guys spar?
All the time. I did tournament.
Awesome.
I used to have the sparring gear. I did a tournament. I got in third because I kept kicking this dude in the face.
Hell yeah, dude. Way to go.
No, bro. I lost points that way.
Oh, really? You guys can't kick in the face?
No.
That's stupid.
Not Taekwondo. Not when you're like a fucking kid.
Yeah, why?
Because
I did that.
I was taller I was taller than this kid.
Great. That means you got reach. That's called an advantage. What are you talking about right now?
I think it was like the most like kicks landed, like chest.
Yeah.
And like, yeah.
Is that how the points? That's interesting.
I wasn't actually like, I can actually punch him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was technically just sparring as far as like kicking and then blocking. That's like practice.
Yeah.
Until you get to the next stage of when you can actually like kick somebody in the face and it won't count again. So you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So for when I say sparring, I mean that. Like fighting.
Like full on fighting?
Yeah. So I've had and it was Jeff Speakman's Kempo Karate is the school that I went to. Because it was actually a martial arts franchise, which is funny. I didn't even like consider the whole business side of it until I got older. But what we did there is we did straight sparring. And then you had point-based sparring, which is basically a kick is 2 points, a punch is 1 point, first person to 5 wins. Super, very clear rules, very easy to follow, and then that's it. And then you have time-based. Time-based is more real life. He's not saying stop. Like, you can get your ass kicked.
Right.
And he's like, you got 60 seconds, you better defend yourself. And then they go at each other. And now that I think of it, like, that's awesome because I didn't grow up to be a pussy.
Right.
Because of things like that, I think.
I mean, fair enough. But I feel like parents nowadays are not about that.
And that's why the next generation is going to be weaker. For sure. Like, no, I agree with you. Yeah, for sure. Except for my kids are not. Like, I'm putting them in martial arts. Zoe, I will say this. I'm not sure if I want Zoe to get punched in the face or not.
Why?
Because, you know, it's tough. She's my little girl. So, like, I certainly get that aspect. But at the same time, like, you got to learn how to defend yourself at some stage.
You got to feel what it feels like to get punched in the face.
Like, it's a tough experience, and not enough people go through it.
No, exactly.
Sports, in my opinion, is a great representative of that.
Correct. I mean, all these things, like, just the values in life that you can get from them. Like it teaches discipline. Then that's a big thing with like Taekwondo. Like it teaches you like these are the movements. So like you got to be disciplined. You got to pay attention. You got to focus. Like it teaches all great things. Like there's so many life lessons that you can learn doing little like martial arts or whatever sports you may do. So I think that sports is an amazing thing.
Yeah, it's all great. I really, really do like it. Yeah. I don't like Taekwondo, and
why?
Why you hate on
what? Oh, what do you mean by that?
You don't know what an actual fight is in Taekwondo. Like,
yes,
the thing is that you get great using your legs, but that's very limiting. Like, you should learn fully how to use your arms. There should be tackles and stuff like that. Like, when I learned Kempo karate, one is it's a Kempo is a type of like fist technique, is what it's called in like the Japanese culture there. But it fully went through what it's like standing up, what it's like ground fighting, so using your arms, using your legs.
Okay, so Taekwondo, you're right. It's not about the fighting.
Mm-hmm.
It's more about the art of martial arts.
And that's like Tai Chi, and I think that's a waste of self-defense. Like, that's not enough.
I mean,
like, as far as base level, I don't fully view Taekwondo as Tai Chi. Like, I think you can get very, very good at Taekwondo, and you can be a bad mofo just from that.
No, for sure.
So, like, I'm this isn't me putting it down. I just think it's not as effective as other fighting practices.
For sure. No, I understand that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more of the art of martial arts.
Yeah.
Saying, like, everyone's in a line doing the same, like, it's like a military kind of, like, drill.
Yeah, but the thing is that all schools do that. Like, bro, the Shaolin monks fight, like, they practice like that. At my place there in Altamont Springs, Florida, in a little, like, second floor studio, like, bro, we got after it. And, like, I didn't realize it until I became an adult. Like, that wasn't normal. Like, it wasn't normal for the instructor to be, like, a 6 foot tall, jacked instructor. And, like, you had to bow to come on, like, the floor. You had to bow to get out. You had to, like, always shake the person's hand, even if you just beat the hell out of each other. Like, that's awesome. That's respect, you know? That teaches something in the kids.
It does, bro. It's a lot of this, like, teaches you a lot in life, bro. You got to bow. You got to take your shoes off. You got to put them in a neat area.
Yep.
Bro, this is so much, bro.
Yeah, man. Dude, he taught me, or he made me learn my mom's name, address, phone number, like, what school I go to. Like, that was part of the belting system when I was, like, super young. 'Cause I started when I was, like, 5. So, like, literally, like, my man was like, hell yeah. That was Mr. Somerville, Tom Somerville. He actually died. R.I.P. His family's still out there. I don't know how they're all doing, but yeah, man, he was one of the first, like, male role models that I ever had in life.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. I love that.
Yeah, it was cool. It was interesting. I didn't take.
Did they have a belt system?
Yep.
How did you get it?
I got to black belt.
How did you? Like, how many years?
It took me 6 years.
So, what did you have to do to get to the black belt?
Every belt required a certain number of forms. So we had katas, which was a universal form, so it was a long form, and then we had short defense forms. And then the defense form, like, if someone came at you with whatever, how would you react? Which, don't get me wrong, it's not super realistic. Like I said, we did plenty of sparring as well, because that is the one thing is, like, the katas and stuff, like, it definitely helps you control your body and stuff, but there are downsides. Like, it's not realistic. Like, someone comes at you with a knife like this, you know? But you had to learn a certain amount, and then every belt required more and more for me to learn. And then during it, we had an actual exam. And then on that exam, only the people for that specific belt would show up, and then he would give them a test at that level they were earning. So, like, I would say, like, a yellow belt would have to do one form, which is like one long form, and then 7 like self-defense forms. And then after that, he would have to spar someone else, or she would have to spar someone else. And then they would have to, like, go through a full class together. So, like, a full practice round, everything. And then at the end of it, they have to get kicked in the stomach hard. And it's like you have to stand there, you have to watch it come at you, you have to stand in position, and he tells you breathe out, and you like, and then you just and he kicks you right in the gut. And that's it. And then you get your belt.
Anybody ever drop?
Plenty of people fell, plenty of people, and there was someone behind you. So like, so there was someone behind you. So as he kicked you really hard, like you get stopped by another black belt. That was Mr. Bobby most of the time. Loves him. But yeah, dude, like, and then if either of them thought you flinched, you took it again. Like, yeah, dude, I was 5 and that was the culture for a white belt. Like, don't get me wrong, he didn't kick us very hard.
Right.
Like, especially as a white belt, like, he gave, like, a little, like, hammer fist to the gut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was always there. Like, it was just, you get to the next level, well, guess what? It comes at you harder. Like, it's more to learn. It's a harder punch. It's longer fights. But, dude, that's awesome, man.
Bro,
I really like that.
Bro, I used to take that Taekwondo serious, bro.
That's cool, man.
I really did. I actually took that, like, seriously. It was amazing.
Yeah. So tell me about, like, what was your Taekwondo like?
It was fun. Like, I don't know. It's been a long time.
I got you. How do you remember, like, how old you were when you first started it?
I was probably like 6, maybe 7.
I got you.
6 or 7.
People dog on martial arts, especially for our generation. When we were younger, bro, it was not cool.
Really?
Yeah. No, like it was.
I feel like all my friends did martial arts. I don't know.
Oh, that's interesting. So that's interesting that, like, how do you view your martial arts time now? Like, do you?
Yeah, I feel like I want to do it again. Like,
okay,
redo it because I got all the way to a red belt. And like I needed a red belt and 1 black tip. I have a red belt and a tip to black. Because your tip is what you're going for your next.
Yeah, no, I get it. We would have to get
bro, right after, bro. Like right after I got the red tip, I stopped going.
Oh, that happens. I did that for to get my Eagle Scout. I stopped at the one right before it, Life Scout. I was like, that's too much work, and I just dropped it.
I don't even. I think it's because I moved, and like
that sucks because there's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah. So. Yeah, bro. I just want to go back so I can just say I completed my black belt.
Yeah, man. I didn't put as much value into it until I became older. And now that I'm older, I'm like, that was a cool time frame. But I'm also obviously not at that level anymore. Like, I think now me as a 29-year-old versus other 29-year-olds, like physically, like, I'll do fine. I don't even want to say that. Like, I've seen what's out there. Like, there's some strong ass guys.
No, for sure.
Like in the military, fighting martial arts. Like there's firefighters, like other like just normal white collar dudes that are just yoked. Like,
no, yeah, for sure.
I'm not confident I can take on more than 50% of the population. You know what I mean? Like I feel like
you don't have to. You got the pew pew.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not always gonna be there. You know? Like, you're always going to be in situations where you're not always going to have a gun.
It can be. You just don't go to places where you can't.
All right. So you're not going to a hospital, or you're not working at a place that doesn't let you have one. Like, there's plenty of opportunities.
What conversations can happen in a hospital?
Plenty. What are you talking about, bro? As many crazy people as there are out there, there's a reason why there's so many codes when it comes to a hospital. You have a code for a kidnapped kid. You have a code for, like, if there's a bomb in the place. You have a code for fire. Anything could happen. Literally. It is a hospital that is so many stories high with so many high emotions. Of course. Like, what are you talking about? Bro, you've lived a comfortable life. Like, there is nothing wrong with that, but it is a tough world out there. Well, you got to be ready, big dog.
I assume it's a tough world. However, like, what bad? I mean, a lot of bad can happen, but like, what are the odds is what I'm asking.
Plenty. Bro, there's more slavery today than there ever was in the past. Like, there's more kidnapping. There's more, like, drugs going around. There's more bribery. There's more. And I mean, I'm not even going to say there's more. It's just the same as it's always been. Like we've always had pirates, you know, we've always had stuff like that, like conquistadores. Like it was a different era, but bro, people are people. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
People are people. Like we're an aggressive bunch. So like you got to be ready, you know?
Human nature.
And the thing is that like now like I have to really think about this with my kids. And obviously like I spent time in the military. Like when you go down and you're doing counter narcotic operations in Mexico, like bro, the DEA, the FBI, like every 3 little agencies down there, you get some crazy reports. You go and you see some crazy stuff out on the street, bro. Like people off bridges, like just dead bodies on the floor. Like, yeah, man, it's something that's out there and it's not far. And depending on where you are here in the US, bro, people deal with that on the regular. How ready is a person individually at all times? Like, that's a real thing. And I feel like maybe it's a military mindset that I have.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, for me, I am always on it. Like my wife, she says that the news helps her remember that. Are you a news guy?
Only for politics.
Oh, okay.
Not for things that happen. Because all the news does is scare you.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. But like, I get it. For her, it's a reminder. Like, oh shit, like, this happened the next state over, like a school shooting or whatever. Like a serious event occurred that no one could truly prepare for. That's tough.
Right. And I feel like you should know that though. Like you can't always prepare for everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but can't we prepare more than we currently are?
You can. But at any moment in time, like you say, anything can happen. So I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying because if you prepare, you'd be prepared for anything when anything can happen.
Exactly. Like the thing is that
for sure.
In an apocalypse, like, which by the way, how often do you think about apocalypse?
I don't think about apocalypse. I think about the government just shutting the power grid down and like we're cooked.
Okay. I mean, that could be one type of apocalypse. I mean, it depends. The thing is that an apocalypse is just an event that happens. And then if the aftermath is too crazy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. What would happen if like we lost power for like a month? How many people do you think would die?
I think that a lot of the medical, like people that require medicine or air ventilators, things like that, would go really fast. I think those that are immunocompromised would go really fast. I think a lot of people that require an external thing to survive would really struggle. Like they would be the first ones to go. And by first ones, I mean like maybe a week to 2 weeks if it's super serious. But if it's only a month, like anyone that could survive physically by themselves for 1 month would be okay. But internet, people aren't able to like make food, things like that. That could very well be an apocalypse level event for the current American citizen.
I mean, fair enough, yeah.
So the thing is that people are very weak right now. Like Becca and I, we started homesteading, and one of those events is we make our own bread from scratch. We are growing stuff in our backyards. Like we are starting to pick our own stuff. Everything that we make right now is from scratch. And let me just say, like 90% of it is Becca. Like she does it, but I chop the wood in the back. Like my daughter, who is 8 years old, can make a fire and tend to it by herself with a flint and a matchstick. Like we're good. Like we went camping in 30-degree weather out in a tent. 30-degree weather. It snowed. We were good with a baby. Like the level of preparedness that my family is, I can't even imagine other people. Like I see
probably not, dude.
I can't imagine it.
No, me neither.
Like we're good, like us here, like don't worry, whatever comes at us, we'll do our best.
No, for sure. And that's all that matters.
But the thing is,
it comes with preparedness. You practice. You gotta practice those things. I think everyone should be camping, and I think everyone should like learn how to make a fire.
Yeah, man.
From isn't it wool and flint?
It
Wool
can be.
and
Yeah.
yeah. Not with the sticks. You got to get a little.
Yeah, sticks are
It's
tough,
hard,
man. But it
bruh.
just reminds you every time we're out there and I'm making a fire, I'm like, man, this would really suck if I had to do it without anything. Like it would
Yeah.
just suck. It does kind of remind you, though, that's how in the anthropological side of it, Homo sapiens and Neanderthals, that genus of the human ancestors, they made fire. They were the first ones to use tools and stuff like that. Like, isn't that cool?
That is cool. How that's actually that's really cool. Now that I think about it, like they really must have like trial and error
Yeah.
lot of times for that to happen.
Because, like, think of the mindset. Maybe you see a fire through a lightning storm, and then that lightning storm ends up hitting something and starting a fire. That's the first, okay, this exists. Because
Right.
before that, they wouldn't know, right? Like, I can't
Right.
imagine a lot of things where fire is natural in nature, you know?
No, for sure. Because like it's not though. Is it? Isn't? No. Fire is not though. Is it?
I mean, it's natural. Like, it is a state of law.
It is natural,
Of
but like it can't
thermodynamics.
just happen. Something has to. There has to be an action for a reaction.
Correct, but that is the same as gravity. Like, the thing still exists. Like,
Right.
it's not that we make fire because it couldn't exist. Like I said, a lightning storm could do it. If it's super dry in like California, you know, like that environment, that could just initiate a fire. Obviously you need something to spark it,
Right.
but you know, tectonic plates shift. A mountain can like have a landslide. Like there's plenty of stuff in nature that can cause crazy environmental changes. A fire is just one of them.
No, for sure. Wow.
Yeah, man. I have a lot of fun with these conversations.
So do I.
Yeah, man. What is your thoughts for the next 4 years?
My thoughts for the next 4 years?
Yeah, like for you. Like, do you have anything like I want to do these things or
I just want to travel a little bit.
Mm.
Some Europe, you know what I'm saying? And then I do want to do a cruise.
nice?
So mine is all traveling, honestly. Life, that's it, off the clock, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
travel. Like you need to relax a little bit.
Yeah, no, I get that.
That's it, really. Right
Right.
now, professionally, I'm just going day by day.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens.
Cool. Hell yeah, man. Dude, traveling's awesome. Where have you traveled a lot previously?
Yeah, I've been a little bit. I've been to London, Germany. I've been to Africa,
Ooh, where in Africa?
Sierra Leone.
Okay. How was that?
It was great. That's where my mom was from. So I spent a lot of time there. Those are the main places I've been in Europe. And that I've been other places. I would have to look at my passport,
Yeah.
honestly. This all was like when I was like growing up. So
I got you. Yeah, how old when you
Started
traveled most?
traveling?
Yeah.
like 6.
Nice.
So yeah, I want to do China. I want to do Japan. I want to do Asia.
Mhm.
I want to go to Russia. I know this is gonna be very unpopular, but I want to go to North Korea.
Okay.
And South Korea.
Mhm.
And yeah, I want to travel everywhere, like
Yeah.
just to see how things are and like
That's
experience
awesome, man.
different stuff.
Yeah, dude. It's funny. We actually have very similar stories there, which I think is actually really cool. So my mom's from Cuba. When I was super young, like 4 years old, I started traveling to Cuba a lot. And then as I got older, like around middle school age, elementary, middle school, I would go there every summer. And so it would be like Miami, Cuba, Altamont Springs. Like those 3 areas were where I lived. And as I got older, like high school, my band took a tour around Europe. That's how I like to joke about it. Our concert band, I played the tuba. Yeah, we went to Europe on my junior year, and I had the chance to go like all over, which was really cool. Like from England to Spain, Italy, Germany, like really cool. Yeah. And we went to one city each day pretty much. Like it was super nice. And, had some childhood love out there. That was cool. But traveling is a great way to spend time. And I also want to spend more time traveling, but I don't have the money.
No, for sure. You're on the grind. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like you're trying to get it done. No, traveling is great, dude. Like, no, I mean, you still have responsibilities, but like, you get to relax a little bit and try to learn, Mm-hmm. I really like it a lot.
I had a conversation with Becca about this yesterday, and she made fun of me. You said you like to travel and learn. Explain to me what that means to you.
So, like, you know how, like, you go to a city, mm-hmm. hypothetically, right? And you go to a museum. Like, yeah, you're learning.
So, do you read it? Or do you, like, look at the backgrounds? Like, how much time do you spend reading and, like,
I read every single thing.
Dude, right? Yes.
You gotta learn something, bro.
Thank you. So Becca made fun of me about that because she was like, I don't want to go to the museum with him because he'll read each one. And I'm like, yeah.
That's the point.
That's the point.
That is the exact point. That's to read all of the information that's in front of you.
Bro, all right. So I made this connection yesterday. It was hilarious to me. She will do that. And Keaton will do that because this is during Key Rants. They will do that for video games because they like the lore, but they won't do it for real life, even though our lore is just our history.
Right.
Right? Like they will build a world, and then people want to learn about that world, but they don't want to learn about this world.
Right. What's actually like real.
But that's just goes to show how we're just in the Matrix.
No, for sure.
What are your thoughts on that, big dog?
The Matrix?
Yeah,
a real thing. It's like a real place.
Because think of it. Oh, you know what? This might be a tough conversation for you because it goes a little bit into religion.
All right, can we have a third party on this one? You know who I really would want to have this conversation with?
Keaton?
Alex.
Oh, he's coming a little bit.
What time?
Yeah, bro.
Oh shoot. I texted him.
Yeah, he's coming to do Beyond the Surface. You want to stay for that one?
Hold on. He's texting. Meet it. Yeah, dude. Yeah, we got. Yeah, sorry guys. We gotta save that. What was it? The Matrix conversation with Alex. Bro, I love to hear his takes on stuff, and he has an interesting perspective.
He does have an interesting perspective. I actually have very clashing opinions with him.
Yeah, and I like to see you guys go at it. And I'm gonna be the person that's gonna be the hosting and egging it on. So y'all better mentally prepare for your answers.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be interesting. So you want to have like a debate? That'd be cool. Yeah. Dude, the last time I debated someone was back in.
But I want to moderate it. I want to moderate it
for sure. I'm saying like that would be good.
Ask crazy questions to where.
Oh, is this his general like?
Yeah, anything.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna basically I'm gonna agree with you and then look at him and be like, yeah. So what are you saying? And then he's gonna get a little frustrated and be like, oh, okay. And then I'm gonna look at you and be like, okay, well, what do you think about that? And then y'all just gonna keep going back.
Yeah, we'll just go back and forth. That's cool. Yeah, we could certainly do that.
I feel like we had that with Keaton, with our one.
Yeah,
that was kind of all those up.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. We're fully up to date. I think right now we have 40 episodes in total on everything HR.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So we're having fun.
No, the debate. Yeah, for sure. We definitely got to do that one.
I keep thinking about what is your thoughts on your social media like side of things? Like, you said you want to start a company.
Oh yeah, dude. Let's talk about that, yo. Bro,
Yeah,
you're gonna
I'm
walk me through the
curious.
steps. Well, it's not. I kind of. Well, I'm gonna need help. So like, okay, like you know what I'm saying. I don't know everything. Like,
That's
how would
no.
how would I go about it? Like,
Well, first off, what stage are you at? Like, are you at
I'm in the planning stage.
okay, but like very beginning planning stage? Like, have you
Like
thought
to
about
be-
this for a while?
I mean, I've thought about it, but like, I don't know how to go about it. Like, I just want
what's
like
the
me
direction?
as myself as an entity.
Okay, so you yourself as an entity is the goal of the company. I get that. And then what do you want to do with it?
Probably, you know, a little social media add streaming to it, stuff like that.
Okay.
That's social media and like.
So you want to be an influencer?
Yeah. I was about to say that because that goes back to our one episode.
Yeah.
What is an influencer? You remember?
I feel like, did that episode change your view on the word influencer
It did.
a little bit? Yeah.
I want to be an influencer, guys. All right?
Yeah.
I'm be a little influencer. I'm going to influence you motherfuckers to do
That's-
good things in life.
That's cool, man. I will say that goes very close to what it ties into what I've got planned.
What do you
next.
got? Okay, well, you don't gotta reveal all the plans.
Yeah,
yet, you know
it's
what
not
I'm
there
saying?
yet, but it's
okay,
cool.
so something
I'm
like you
really
want to be an
excited.
influencer too? Well, you are an influencer, but you know what I'm saying.
Something-
You influence
something
you
like that.
influence people's lives in the day-to-day operations of what you do.
Yeah.
Your second phase of influencer, I would say, is going to be influencing people's lives over social media and whatever events you may ever host and speaking engagements and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, like you might say you're not an influencer, but in the grand scheme of things, you're an influencer in your area of work for sure.
I appreciate that, buddy. Because you're right. I do still have a hard time seeing myself as an influencer.
I'm an influencer too in my work. You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
I influence on what goes on. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
Like, and you
dude.
influence an entire company. You know what I'm saying? You've already influenced your boss. You know what I'm saying? Like with your
Yeah.
ideas. So you
Yeah.
are an influencer.
Yeah,
But-
dude.
yeah.
And like for you, man, I've told you this before. Those four corners in that store, like that's you, bro. Like people like coming to work for you.
I wish
They do.
I wish they wouldn't leave me.
Nah, man. Nah,
No, they
you
gotta
need,
go.
you need a healthy turnover.
No,
That's-
for sure.
That's a base metric of success. Actually, you want about 16%, depending on the industry, because every industry is different there too.
Right.
But yeah, man, like you want a nice healthy turnover. You want people moving up to better things,
For
and
sure.
you always want to help push them forward. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
to their next opportunity.
yeah, exactly. Like I would say, like, hey, you know, if you like any written recommendations or anything, like let me know. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who you are, you
Right.
know? And I know that it's tough to see sometimes where you're actually at in life.
Yeah.
But this
You
is
do
it,
gotta
man.
level up though. Anyways, back to the business. Yeah. So what would your ideas be? It's for me. You're talking for me.
So it sounds like you're going for something simple. Like it doesn't have to be super complicated. I would say you want to set up an LLC.
Okay.
It's solopreneur is essentially what this process is going to look like. You're going to be an employee of one, and it's just going to be you, and that's going to be it for the next little bit. And then I have ideas for you for like future steps, which we can totally talk about strategy and stuff. But I think that you're on the right path, man. Like I think that you have something worth saying. I think that you have a history, and you currently live a life where the stuff that comes out of you like can help people, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And I think that this is it. Like this is winning, big dog. So setting up LLC, not super hard. Total costs about $150.
150, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like $150. You
I gotta
go
get
in.
that business
file.
bank account, right?
Yep, but you want to file your DBA and all that first. So basically, very first thing, do you have a name? Like,
No, I would have to create. I need ideas, or not ideas, but I need help creating.
I mean, it's just you know. So like, you don't have to do anything crazy. Like, you could literally be like Dorian J Media, or D Media, or DJ whatever. You know what I'm saying? But whatever ideas you get, write them down. pick like the top 3, and then of those top 3, put them into a database for Illinois, because you would file it here. And then it's super easy. You just Google Illinois DBA name, and then it'll pop up. Like, it might be like the second link, but basically you're looking for Illinois database, and then you're typing in people's names for Illinois. And then that's it, bro. And then if there's not one that pops up, then you can pick that name for your company. And then if there's other names that are up there, you just have to make sure that there's some difference between you and them.
Yeah.
And then you file.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. I don't know if we should pause this yet, but so to ask you about your Omni.
Yeah, go ahead.
Omni. Do you like write off this square footage of the room for your business?
Can I be totally honest with you? I did not pay a lot of attention to the tax side of it. This year, to take care of it, I am just going to hire an outside person and then just go through them. The taxes side, it's so complicated. And the thing is that it's subjective. Like, a lot of the tax code and stuff is, oh, well, these 2 things are both correct, but both of them are arguing against each other. So that makes it overly complicated, even for professionals who that's their gig. Like, it's tough. There's this, well, I won't go in, but I don't pay a lot of attention to it. When I do the taxes this year, though, we can definitely have a conversation. So for sure, like, I'm not pushing you off on that one.
No, for sure.
Just saying that anything, like, I can't give you advice on that.
I feel like you have a lot of write-offs, so just...
I will, like, for example, the car and stuff like that. Like, I'm going to be doing that. There's a few...
You're going to write the car off?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to try to. Like, we'll see. Because the thing is that, yeah, like, the company's been around for... This is now the 2nd year going on. So there's plenty of stuff we could do. We've been making more money. So with the money coming in, it's additional expenses. It's kind of a pain in the butt. But, you know, just kind of a process in business.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. That's the goal. I might as well make myself a business. I have a business. I'm a walking business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. That brand is everything. And I think media right now is it. Like, this is the next... This is it. Like, this is the next mode of media, is podcasting. Like, this is taking over radio. It's more than
for sure
TV, like Netflix and them. Like, this is the Netflix of the time.
Right.
We're already in it. Right. And you know what I really like? Dude, Marcus and Joe started a podcast.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I was super excited for them. I listened to the whole first episode. I gave them my notes, and dude, I told them kudos. It's tough, man. They're talking about mental health. Like, that's a tough topic to talk about. And they're bringing up their own, like, stories and their own feelings on it. Like, I thought it was really brave, man.
Yay.
Yeah. I thought it was really brave, and I was really happy that they went out there and decided to do it. Because they're good guys, you know?
No, for sure.
Like, I know that they can work hard. They're solid dudes. Like, that's it.
Shout out Marcus. Shout out Joe.
Yeah, man.
My dudes.
For me, I think Domino's was really lucky for me. When I first started it, I was depressed because I got laid off from, or not laid off, I got fired from the Casino Queen. And so with that, like, I was depressed, you know? Like, I went from making $72K to, and, you know, a nice office job, and, like, I had, like, suits and stuff that I would wear for no reason, just because I wanted to do it. And I moved to, like, a $15 an hour job because my wife was pregnant and we had another baby. So, like, I had to go forward, you know?
Yeah.
But to Domino's, from where I was, like, it felt like a giant step down, you know?
No, for sure.
But I think one of the reasons that I had such a negative viewpoint on, like, the Domino's franchise was because that was where I came in from.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, like, it's been really great. Like, as far as the people have been awesome. Like, the company itself is really well structured business-wise. Like, you know, I don't always agree with every tactic they do, but for the whole, like, this company does a solid job. Like,
no, for sure.
The food quality is good. And, you know, I'm limited at the number of stores I've gone to, so I can only base it off our store, you know, like, but like we kill it. Like
No, we
that's
really
a place where like I'm confident eating the food, you know, like
No, for sure.
So I don't know, but
No, I get it. Yeah, it's not bad.
yeah, man. And then the people is the thing that for me was the biggest takeaway. I feel like I'm at the edge of the next step, and the next step is a place where I can't trust people anymore. You know?
Yeah.
And one of the things is honestly like with more fame, with more fortune, like as money goes up and as your popularity goes up, you kind of lose people that you can trust.
Right.
Because then you don't know if they're there for you or if they're there for a paycheck.
Yeah.
You know? So I feel like I'm close to that line where like this is kind of my last, it might sound weird to say, but like group of friends that I can trust for a while.
Right.
Like I'm sure that after I get comfortable in that area, I'll meet other people that are around that same level. And then it sounds weird, but like cycling friends kind of.
Right.
But I'm happy that like I found a way to connect with people that are cool.
Right.
So,
got a question for you. How was your event?
I didn't end up going.
Why?
Yeah, I I forgot to work with Becca on our kid, like our daughters basically. She had to work and I forgot to ask her to take that morning off. So she was working. So I was like, hey, I shot everyone a text the day before. Because I still had one of my employees go. My HR generalist, I had him go over. And it was his first networking event. So I really would have liked to have been there so I could have like coached him through it.
Yeah.
And been like, hey, you know, this is who we're talking to. This is the goal. Like, do you have your 30-second like script kind of who you are and who you're representing? Like, I would have liked to do that for him because, dude, I remember my first networking event. I was terrified. I also no one invited. Like, I went myself. So, like, it's scary. Like, you go to a room and you don't know anyone.
Yeah.
And you're just supposed to just go for it and, like, start going to your pitch kind of thing. That's tough.
It is.
So, I would have liked to help him through it. But I shot a message to 2 of the people I knew would be there. And I was like, look out for my guy. And he had a good time. So, that was it.
Okay, cool. I want to go to the next one, whenever that one is.
Yeah, for sure. And that was the BNI networking event over at St. Peter's. That's a cool spot. I liked how welcoming they were. I didn't end up going forward with that networking group. Like, I still go to like some of these free events and stuff just to kind of reconnect and see how like all the new people. But I didn't decide to join their chapter because it's essentially like you have to buy in to be a core member of the group. And it comes with benefits, like for sure. That's a thing that networking events do and like networking groups specifically. But there's a lot of events out there. And I am not huge in networking events.
Yeah.
I have a buddy though. And this buddy, my man Joey, loves going to networking events. He's a sales guy though.
Yeah.
So he'll go and he's comfortable and he'll start talking to people. I cannot do that. Like, I have such a hard time.
He's the one that's working on sales department?
Yep.
You said he's starting his own company, right?
He might be. He's at a point right now where he's also looking at his next steps. I really like it, man. All the people that I'm surrounded with, like, everyone is leveling up. Like, that's cool.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Level up.
I really, really like that. Like, the other thing is, I've never been at a place for a long enough time. I've realized it recently, bro. Looking back, I haven't stayed in one spot for more than like 3 years.
You're supposed to do that, apparently.
No, I mean like living or job wise, like everything. Like until high school, like from elementary to high school, other than traveling to Cuba and like Miami and then home, like I was pretty set in Altamont Springs. But after high school, bro, I got into the Navy and like that was it. Like I did 3 years with UPS when I came back, flunked out of college the first time. I was terrible, by the way, dude. I apologize to my mom so much with how big of a shithead I was my whole life. Yeah, dude, having a kid at 19 or 20 was like a godsend for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, just going forward.
It's all that matters. It's not where you start, it's where you go.
Absolutely.
No, for sure.
So it's cool, man. I feel like I just hit a tier, and now
you're going for the next tier.
Yeah, I tried to give it a longer break. I was like, I'm gonna relax for a year because I feel like I've been getting after it for 8 years now. So like since 2020 until, I'm sorry, not 2020, since 2016 until now, like I've been getting after it. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna take a year. Like I'm gonna take a year. Like we're in a good spot. Like we're not great, but I feel like I deserve, a little bit of chill time.
Right.
And bro, I'm 2 months in and I'm like, this is enough. Like this is enough chill time. How about I strategize for what I want the next 4 years to look like?
Right.
And how about I get fucking after it?
I love it.
I was like, yeah, I did 2 months of, and dude, the other funny thing is that when I say chill, like for me, I was working a full-time job plus another part-time job and doing the podcast. That was chilling. Like for me, that's chilling. Like committing to that. Literally, I made the plan of us having 100 episodes by the end of the year. That's a part of chilling. Like that's part of my fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the other thing is that I think that this sounds like, I promise I'm not trying to make it sound weird. Like I'm going to win because I find this fun.
Right.
You know?
You are going to win. You're actually enjoying this.
Yeah, man. Like that's my goal. Like I just want to keep enjoying it. That's one of the big goals that I have right now. It changes. And dude, every day, like I'm making different like ideas, but I know that very soon it's coming. Like I have decided and I'm going to move forward. I'm not quite there yet. I'm still iffy on what I want the ending point to look like. Because the thing is, I know directionally, I'm already directionally going the right way. And I'm being very vague on purpose. It's because I don't want to give too much information out.
Right.
Until it's full, like everything's fully ready. But yeah, it's just, I'm on the route anyways. I could just chill like this literally for the rest of the year and be fine.
Right.
But I don't want to. Like I want to go all in. And I want to make something big.
Right.
I think it's going to be big. I'm telling you.
You gotta tell me this off.
Shout out right now.
You gotta tell me this later.
I am hyped and I'm confident that it's going to be big.
All right. We done?
Yeah, man. Let's wrap it.